The beverage industry sued in federal court Friday to try to halt ordinances in San Francisco that would require health warnings for soda and other sugar-added drinks. San Francisco City officials unanimously approved last month an ordinance requiring billboards or other advertisements for sugary beverages to include the language, "Warning, drinking beverages with added sugars contributes to obesity, diabetes, and tooth decay." This is a message from the City and County of San Francisco. Two other ordinances signed by San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee in June would prohibit ads for sugary drinks on city-owned property, like parks and bus shelters, and ban city departments from purchasing sugary drinks with city funds. Related, FDA proposes placing sugar guide on food labels. The American Beverage Association filed a civil complaint in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California challenging the ordinances on health warnings and prohibiting ads on city property. It alleges both ordinances violate free speech rights under the First Amendment. The city is trying to ensure that there is no free marketplace of ideas, but instead only a government-imposed, one-sided public dialogue on the topic, the complaint argues. The complaint also argues the health warning requirement singles out sugar-sweetened beverages among all foods and beverages, and conveys the misleading and controversial view that they're hazardous in any quantity and more hazardous to health than any other food or beverage, about which the city requires no warning. The California Retailers Association and California State Outdoor Advertising Association joined the American Beverage Association in filing the complaint. The ordinance requiring health warnings on ads in San Francisco would enter into force July 25, 2016. The ordinances prohibiting ads on city-owned property and banning city funds for sugary drinks would go into effect Monday. The moves by San Francisco represent the latest challenge to beverage companies like Coca-Cola Co., PepsiCo Inc. and Dr. Pepper Snapple Group Inc. as more cities and states also mull special taxes on sugary drinks amid concerns over obesity and diabetes. San Francisco's health warning ordinance, believed to be the first of its kind in the U.S., is part of a package of measures meant to curb the consumption of sugary drinks, including some juices, flavored milks and sports drinks with added sugar. Sponsors said such beverages play a large role in health problems. Beverage companies say they're being singled out unfairly for rising obesity and diabetes, even as many Americans scale back on sugary drinks and switch to alternatives like bottled water. U.S. soda volumes have fallen 10 straight years, with per capita consumption dropping to 41.4 gallons in 2014 from 52.4 gallons in 2004, according to industry tracker Beverage Digest. San Francisco's ordinances come after city residents last November voted 54.5% in favor of slapping a 2 cents per ounce tax on drinks with caloric sweeteners, failing to secure the required two-thirds support. Voters in nearby Berkeley, Calif overwhelmingly approved a penny per ounce tax last November. The American Beverage Association has fiercely opposed many restrictions on soda and other sugary drinks, often emerging victorious. New York State's highest court upheld a ruling last year, preventing New York City from implementing limits on portion sizes for sugar-sweetened drinks at restaurants and other venues. The beverage industry sued to halt the plan, first proposed by former Mayor Michael Bloomberg in 2012. Coke, PepsiCo and Dr. Pepper also have spent more than $100 million to defeat proposed special taxes on sugary drinks in more than 24 cities in states since 2009, including a proposed special soda tax in Vermont earlier this year. California state lawmakers have mulled slapping warning labels on the packaging of sugary drinks like soda in recent years, but such bills also have been defeated. A spokesman for San Francisco City Attorney Dennis Herrera said city officials are reviewing Friday's legal challenge but are confident San Francisco is well within its authority to enact the ordinances. The city has banned tobacco and alcohol advertising on city-owned property for many years, the spokesman added. In its civil complaint Friday against San Francisco, the American Beverage Association wrote that the city required retailers in 2010 to warn consumers about cell phone radiation on health grounds. That proposal was halted in court on First Amendment grounds. It wrote the U.S. government also scrapped graphic warning labels on cigarette packages in 2013 after a federal court ruled the planned labels violated the tobacco industry's free speech rights under the First Amendment. The beverage industry has made concessions to try to mollify critics, agreeing in 2006 to remove full-calorie soda from schools. Last year, Coke, PepsiCo and Dr. Pepper Snapple pledged to cut beverage calories in the U.S. diet by 20% by 2025 through promoting bottled water, low-calorie drinks and smaller portions. In another challenge to the industry, though, the Food and Drug Administration formally proposed Friday, requiring nutrition labels to list amounts of added sugar and recommended consumption levels on packaged food and beverages. The proposed rule would set the recommended daily intake of added sugar at no more than about 200 calories, or 10% of the 2,000-calorie diet generally used. For nutrition guidance, that would cap intake at about 13 teaspoons of added sugar, or a bit more than a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola or Pepsi, which have nearly 10 teaspoons. State lawmakers in Alabama also plan to meet in August to debate tax increases to narrow a budget gap, including a proposed levy on soda.